Oh, hey, Cass.
Hey members, how you doing? I wanted to open this one up with little Hannibal so she could say hi. I mean, if you guys saw the very first video of her face when I first picked her up versus what she looks like now, this little girl has made such progress, haven't you? You have made such progress. She looks like a totally different kitty. Don't you? Yes, everybody's saying hi. Should we say hi to everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna put her back in her little pen here in a minute, but I wanted to just open it up so you guys could say hi to little Hannibal. She is doing so good, guys. She is doing so good. She is bouncing around in her little kennel. She's being active. She's being playful. She's being fun. She's playing with toys. She is doing so incredibly good, like way faster than I thought she was gonna do. So, for those of you that were not here when I gave you the clue of what we're doing, what we're talking about today. So if you can just sent me a picture like this. Yeah. So go ahead, Russ. Go ahead. You have permission to say what it is now. The bare-nosed wombats are renowned for producing distinctive cube-shaped poos. Yes. Listen, guys. Listen. I don't pick these things. I have let my boss go ahead and send me, his latest little discovery. And well, as you can see, he has he has a niche. So this is this is the article we're gonna look up. All right, actually, it's from the Smithsonian Magazine. Why did I pick this one? Because I figured if it's a magazine put out by the Smithsonian, we can probably trust the information in it. Okay, so we're gonna figure out how these animals create these poops, I think. So, like I said, we are on the Smithsonian Magazine. Okay, come on. You gotta lay down. Pick a spot, baby boy. Yeah, pick a spot. There you go. Good job. Good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, lay down. So this article is actually from February 8th of 2021. Okay. And it says wombat poop cubes and scientists finally go to the bottom of it. The marsupial's unique digestive tract forms square poop. I mean, we're going to read this now, guys. Like I said, this is the Smithsonian Magazine, so we know we can trust it. It's poop, for God's sakes. I have corrupted her. You literally have. You literally have. All right, burrowed beneath Australian forests, grasslands, and mountainous regions, the bare-nosed wombat feeds primarily on grasses and poops cubes. But how the bare-nosed wombat excretes poop in the shape of cubes has mystified scientists until now. A study published last month in Soft Matter. There is a journal that's called Soft Matter, reveals how the wombat's intestines constrict to shape the scat. Bare-nosed wombats can excrete 4 to 8 scat pieces at a time and may poop up to 100 cubes a day. 100, guys, 100. After the wombat defecates, the furry critter collects the 2-centimeter sized cubes and places them around their territory, possibly to communicate with other wombats or attract mates. So they poop out these little cubes and then what? Build a wall? I mean, what? In a 2018 study, a mechanical engineer at Georgia Institute of Technology and her team previously found that the cube-shaped poop formed at the end of the wombat's digestive process and that the wombat's intestinal wall contained elastic-like properties. To build on those results and fully understand how the wombat's soft intestinal wall created sharp cube-like edges on the poop, Yang and her team dissected 2 wombats and examined the texture and structure of the intestinal tissue. Now we're dissecting things. Okay, listen, it's science, guys. It's science. A 2D mathematical model created from the wombat's intestinal tract showed how the organ expanded and contracted during digestion and eventually squeezed out the excrement. A cross-section of the wombat's intestine is like a rubber band with two ends kept slightly taut and the center section drooping. The rigid and elastic parts contract at different speeds, which creates the cube shape and corners. At 33 feet long, the wombat's intestines are 10 times the size of the wombat itself. Digestion takes 4 times as long as a human and produces drier feces because all nutrients and water are extracted from the food. Let's see. The contractions shape the poop into the cube. The contractions are very subtle, and these corners get more and more accentuated over 40,000 contractions. 40,000 contractions that the feces experience as it travels down the intestine. How do they know? How do they know how many contractions? Scientists suspect that the wombat evolved this unique trait to mark its territory on rocks and logs with poop that won't easily roll away. All right, so anybody that thinks that evolution is not amazing, the fact that a living creature's body has actually gone through an evolution in order to create poop that can be stacked. Done. So a wombat is sitting on a rock pooping when it thinks, how can I make this poo stay here, right? Here's my thought. Here's the wombat. Here's me as a wombat. I'm sitting on a rock, right? I'm sitting on a rock. I poo, it rolls off, and I go, hey, that's not going to work out. Wouldn't it just make sense for the wombat to take his little front legs and be like, and just shape it? I mean, how does its body, this is the thing, how does its body, its physiological being, understand that it needs to evolve its digestive system to create square poop? High pimples. They say that their findings could also help raise wombats in captivity because their feces shape is a telltale sign of health. Sometimes feces aren't as cubic as the wild ones. Wow. Researchers anticipate discovering how the wombat's distinctive defecation process works can help the human detect colon cancer. There you go, Gertrude. There you go. Look at that, Gertrude. We connected it for you. How do you like that, Gertrude? They anticipate. They're not even hoping. They're actually anticipating. They're anticipating that discovering how the wombat's distinctive defecation process works, that will help humans detect colon cancer. It could also help engineers develop new ways to manufacture and shape products. Okay, now that part, just listen, we went from good to bad. I'm sorry. I should have just left it. But that's the whole article. But tell me that's not cool, Gertrude. Wow, proud of the poo people. Yes, look at that. The poo people are doing it. The poo people are out there doing it, guys.
We're doing it.